Okay, how are we doing tonight? It's 9:33. Today is October the 6th. I forgot to close the door. But I was going to do the announcements first, and then we'll get into what we're going to be doing tonight. I do have two Facebook pages associated uh, with this stream. Kathy's here. Hello, Kathy. How you doing? But I have two Facebook pages that are associated with this live stream, which this goes to YouTube. But that is the Oklahoma Bigfoot Predator Watch, in parentheses, antlers and surrounding areas. Also, uh, Choctaw Missing and Murdered Woman, WOMBMAN, and Sun Center and Database. Those are two group pages on Facebook that I use, and I always stream uh, to them, or at least I put this on there. I haven't streamed on there yet. Uh, there's Damon. All right. I think Damon, he says, I think I'm here now. Great, Damon. I'm glad you're here. Um, Katie's calling on the phone. Let me see what this is something first time. Hello, Katie. How you doing? I got you on barely, barely. I'm trying to get you on the stream, but I got you on the phone somehow. I don't know how. Okay, I'll try again. Or Katie's gonna try again. Um uh oh. We're getting a miscommunication. Let me send her a link through here again. Hey, hey, did you get the link through looks like Gmail? I sent it to you. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to get you on the screen here. I'm trying to get you on the screen on the computer, but right now I just got you. Oh, Damon, I thought I sent you. I don't know these things. I'm gonna send one again to Malcolm because I need a Malcolm here too. Let me send that to you also, Damon. Okay, Katie, can you go to the Gmail and try that link? Because I got you on the phone right now. On the Yeah, I just now sent it to you. It should be in your Gmail. Yeah, I just sent one to Damon too. I'm gonna. Hey, there's Damon. He's here. Okay, Damon, hold on one second. I'm trying to get Katie on, and I haven't seen Malcolm. Oh, and Josh. Josh was gonna come on.
Okay.
Let me.
'Cause I was going to ask you if you had got to send Cliff my address because he was going to send me another crystal.
Oh, God dog it.
That was last week.
Yeah, yeah, I had it, and I was doing stuff to remember that, and I was like, I'll get to that in just a second. Then I don't know what I did,
Yeah,
but
because see, I do the crystals because the
Is that
crystals
better?
actually show energy.
oh, good. All right, so we're actually waiting on Josh Frazier, um, and he said he may just listen in, and Malcolm
Booney.
and Faith Walker. Three people we're waiting on.
Okay.
But um, since uh, since we're here and kind of waiting on Malcolm, do we have any updates on the missing woman, or I mean, not the missing woman, but the man who was found dehydrated, I guess, of blood, and the female in the
Well,
facility? I think it's
I
been
know
about
I
2 weeks.
know that I know that the parents has sent her to the parent's sister in Atlanta, Georgia. She don't even live in Oklahoma anymore.
Oh wow.
What are you talking about?
And the other gentleman that had his arm taken off and all his blood drained out, they literally had to cremate him
I hate it when that happens.
because of his body being so uh like mummified from
Hmm.
no blood and everything in there, that the family requested him to be cremated.
Hmm.
And I was like, wow, because I was just reading before I jumped on here. I was just reading too that
Booney.
they found
Booney.
another missing person here in Oklahoma.
Booney, come here. Come here. Come here.
And
They
I'm like,
found another one, or another one's reported.
or there was a person that was out hiking, and they found them torn. The both the arms were gone, head was missing, and the torso was torn in half. And they're
Is
saying,
this in
oh,
the
it's a
same
bear.
area?
No, this is in a different area. They're saying, oh, it's a bear attack. No, it's not.
Where was it? Where did
Eh,
this
This,
happen?
this was up
No,
towards
off.
this was up towards Owasso area from me. So it's north of me going towards Kansas.
Did you say he'd been up hiking?
Well, like I said, he was they were out on a day, kind of like a day hike. They were going to go up and go camp, go hiking, and all they said is they found the missing parts of a hiker.
Hmm.
And I'm like, man, these these Bigfoot are getting really brave now.
Yeah. And Malcolm was supposed to be here, and he was supposed to give us a update on that activity that's in the northeast corner he was talking about.
Yeah, like I said,
Eh,
I've been waiting for him to text, text me or call me back, and I haven't heard nothing from him in a few weeks now.
Yeah, he said he was going to hold back a little bit and just kind of watch. He said, but I was
Yeah,
hoping he would get back because I was kind of wanting to track up in his area. But the reason I was wanting to get everybody together tonight is because I want to see if we can't host a meeting get with this group as the lead group to host a meeting, and I'm thinking also in Tallahena at that Bigfoot Museum, which the curator Tanya, she said that it would be okay if we host a meeting there. But there's also some acreage up there that we can track, and I was thinking that if we pull all these Bigfoot groups together and we build like a location map and share information,
yeah,
especially about Oklahoma,
yeah.
especially about Oklahoma, And then I was also thinking that, when we have this kind of conference together, that um, if they bring like teams, because we really only need one person from each group to come in to share their information, their most, um, I guess every one of them should have the same information, but if
Right.
they bring a group, that we should have like and I'm trying to think that maybe we could have a contest out of this with
Well,
all these Bigfoot groups. And
I was thinking, of at least two people in a group. One that could be, one could be filming while the other is giving the information. But see, a lot of these groups go on YouTube, other social media, and they go live. So that's the reason why I was saying that, is because at least that way, if they know that everybody knows that's there. Hey, this is a live viewing here.
yeah, that's another thing I just want to talk about. See if we can't get some kind of sponsorship and maybe even get this filmed. If we can get different tracking groups and different Bigfoot groups with this acreage, we could have everybody kind of like a draw, like whoever gets, like 1 through 10 or something, and whoever gets to one, you get to pick your prime spot of where you would feel safe to track, and then another group, then another group, then we would see who brought in the most evidence, or if there was evidence
Yeah.
in those areas.
So
Okay.
Jerry, can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes.
Did you say, did you say, I forgot what I was going to ask you. Oh yes, there's sightings at this area that you're talking about? Are there a lot
I
of sightings
don't
there?
know. I mean, at this
Mm.
acreage, all I know is that it's untracked land, and so to me, that would be a prime area,
Well,
to have
I've
have like a.
I've been talking to some of the Mounties up there in Alaska and Alberta, and they said, yeah, there's a lot. Uh, they're like, yeah, there's a lot of stories over here that where but we don't talk about them.
But we're talking about Oklahoma tonight, are we? Or are we
Yeah,
talking about, okay,
Oh yeah,
let's
there's
just
talk.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
there's
about
lots of,
this meeting.
yeah,
Yeah, we know they're everywhere, but what I'm trying to say is that, when we pull all these groups together, and I mean, this is as long as everybody's on board, we can do this. But pull all these other Bigfoot groups together, and we share information where they've been, where they've had actual sightings. You know, they don't have to bring cast or pictures or videos. Just
mhm,
tell us, or we all just sit and talk about this information about this area, this area. Who has information about this area? Who has information about this area? And so we all get, locations and sightings, and we know, then we get a full picture of what's going
mhm.
on. And with this, like 750 acres that was kind of offered for tracking with that museum, that if we can't get that permission, that we would have like a draw to where, we could go and scout this out, and like one
Whose
day
property
have.
is it?
Do what?
Yeah, whose property is it?
I believe it's the city of Telehina that's working with the Bigfoot Museum.
Mm.
And they said that it's untracked, and that they could use that area for tracking or expeditions. And so I thought that'd be a great way to break it in by having like 10 groups to go out, just to
Uh-huh.
collect information or evidence of activity in these areas, whatever the pond, the river, the hiking trails. Once you're in those areas, you just look for all the evidence that you can find, basically. Um,
And
we're
there's
not
a
trying.
river going through it.
I don't know. I haven't seen the map yet, and that's kind of like one of the things also, that the groups who we get to participate, that whenever if we know that they're going to participate early, we can get a map of the area and send them a map to look over areas that they would um, pick for possible places.
Hmm.
But like the other people who, um, you know, I guess come on board later, that even at the place where we're going to kind of divide up, the sections of where to track, but we would still have a draw. Who's going to go first, and where would you go, and second, where would you go, so that nobody
Is
tracks in the
this
same areas and things like that.
is this anywhere near where Tanya had her experience?
It's in that same area, yeah, in that same area as the cabin and all that too, and
Hmm.
even the same area as Josh's. So it should be right around that area, and we already know there's activity there, but
Yeah.
this would actually give like a contest, from the Bigfoot groups to gather as much information, thermals, night vision, whatever anybody can get, and have like a contest of, who does find activity or Bigfoots, or get the most pictures of Bigfoots and multiple and things like that.
Mm. Where the heck
I
is
think it'd be great to
Liz?
do in every state.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think I don't know. It might get too. It might get too much pressure. Do you think on
Mm,
the
I,
animals?
w- I
On
would.
the Bigfoot.
Well, if there's Bigfoot in the area, there's no animals. So,
Well,
but
that's
we
the
can
animals
also.
I'm talking about. I'm talking about Sasquatch. Too much pressure on them.
Oh,
They're gonna move on. Get
we can
I
send
don't
them to Texas. Yeah,
send
we
them to
we really
Colorado.
don't. We really don't want them over here. We can actually capture them if you want to. We'll send them up to Colorado for you.
Okay, that work. Hmm. Yeah.
But we're talking about
I,
that was going to cause. Go
I
ahead.
was going to send them to Arkansas.
Well,
Why
there's some
Arkansas?
already there.
I'm just picking. I've got quite a few friends and everything that live in Arkansas, and they're like, "Man, we don't have nothing to do here." I was like, "So come to
Yeah,
Oklahoma, we got Bigfoot." They're like, "No."
yeah. They have them there. I think they just don't see them, I guess, or don't know that they're.
Well, they up in Arkansas they call them tall people. Don't even call them Bigfoot or Sasquatch. They call them. Oh, did you see the tall person? You see the tall people.
The tall,
Tall
hairy
people what?
people.
No, they
Hmm.
call them tall people. Don't even say hairy. They're like, "Well, you see the tall people again?" I'm like, "Okay."
That's
And then when
Arkansas.
yeah, see, every state kind of has their own name for Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Just
Hmm.
like just like in California, they call them the gray men or the green men, and I'm
Hmm.
like, huh? And then they have to explain it to me, and I'm like, oh, you mean Bigfoot?
Oh,
You mean Sasquatch? And they're like, yeah, but that's kind of like taboo. We don't call them that.
Huh. Oh, I wonder why.
Every state has kind of has their own names for them.
Hmm. I know
Just
every
like
country
up in
does.
Oregon, they call them the ancients,
Yeah.
the ancient people,
Hmm.
and I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool.
hmm.
So where's
Just
Liz?
like
Have you
So
been talking to her?
who?
Have, Liz.
Faith Walker.
Oh, she's got or her family's back in, so she may be busy,
Oh. Oh.
and at least for a day or
Yeah.
two, I guess. And then I think she's got her sister went back with her or something.
Her
So,
daughter.
oh, her daughter. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She was talking about the bones yesterday or day before. I think it was
What
yesterday.
bones? What
The
bones?
bones that, the bones that Remember? Oh, maybe you weren't here. Maybe you fell asleep, or but
I
her
don't.
daughter had turned down one of the back roads. That same path where we was tracking a
Yeah.
little further past those purple posts. A little further, I think she turned in, and then when she got ready to turn around, that there was she found bones all over the place, and they were like goat bones, bird bones. It was a feeding place, and
Wow.
they they took some quick pictures. I could have swore you was on yesterday, but
Uh-uh.
she took some quick pictures. Josh keeps trying to come on, but he's just got a phone. But Josh is in on as far as the activity conference. But yeah, she found I mean just
A boneyard.
a boneyard, and that's basically right behind their house. And that they talked to the landowner because he came around noticing that they were over there, and they told him or informed him about the Bigfoots, and to look for the horizontal, not just the vertical and things like that. But um, that's what they were doing yesterday. So um, thought she would have linked in by now. She usually comes on, and Malcolm. I haven't even seen Malcolm, and I sent a message with him also. But
I,
but and like I said, like on Friday, I mean, we're just putting this out there right now. So like on Friday, we'll come back, and I'm sure that we'll talk to Malcolm and Faith Walker before then. But and Josh keeps trying to log on. I can see that he's trying to log on, but it won't let him on here. So I'll inform him. But he was on board also with the activity. We're calling it an activity conference because we just want to kind of share the stories of where the most activity is, um, so that we all know and that we can also share with each other,
Mm-hmm.
um, if there's problem areas like that. And then I was thinking if we were having so many people in groups of researchers and experts that we could do like a little you know activity search, I guess, for information because we went to some places and we found some other Bigfoots and we was actually almost ambushed. So we know that
Who?
um,
Where? When?
Katie. Oh, was this yesterday too? I think.
What? What?
Oh, you didn't hear about the ambush? We almost
No. Who?
me and Faith Walker and the landowner. Um, we started
Yesterday?
tracking because they. Yesterday is when we did the stream. I think we tracked the day before. Up in some mountains here in Oklahoma. It was just like a quick. If we could do it, great, and we had maybe 2 or 3 hours of daylight by the time we got there. So the way we moved, we didn't get far, but we found tracks right off to where they had the sounds, and we followed those tracks. We found the creek. We found some more tracks. We actually had some pictures of some, and then on the way back, our guide got a little disorientated, and so we started going up a logger trail this way and this way and this way. And finally, Faith Walker and myself both said, "Well, let's go back up this way because this is the way we should be going that we felt." But the landowner, I think, said that there's a road that loops back around. So we decided to go back left the way that we felt. And we've never been in this area, but we just had the feeling that was the way to go, so we went that way. And so I'm still taking thermal pictures. Let me see if I can get this on here real fast for you from last night. So on the way back, we're I'm taking thermals, and if you can see this picture here in the middle, Katie, I don't know.
Hmm? Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, okay, you see the tree right square in the middle?
Yeah.
Off to the right, there's some red footprints. Those are red, fresh Bigfoot tracks walking into the forest just in front of us. And those lights that are over the tree on the far left, over those bushes, are the eyes of the Bigfoots.
Okay, where on the far left? What am I looking for?
On the far left, about you see where the square is for the white 72.5 Fahrenheit
Yeah,
symbol, middle of the tree. Just to
yeah.
the left of that, there's two sets of eyes. They're the red or the light colored um lights, I guess, on top of those.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
see the
just
red.
okay. They're just straight across from that sign. So now you're gonna notice that this tree in this next picture is a little closer. The tree is right up against the where I'm taking it. So we're still going up in this direction. Can you see that, Katie?
Mm, no, you
Can you see
lost
the
me.
tree on the
You
tree on the
switched.
right side? Yeah, the tree on the right
Okay,
side
that's
is
the
like
same
a
skinny tree.
Yeah.
it's just that red line right there. It's just a
Uh
little
huh.
further up because I'm walking and taking pictures at the same time because I got that hot spot, and so now we're getting closer, and that hot spot is getting bigger. So that's probably about 10 to 12 foot in height, I guess you would say, compared to this tree right here.
Mhm.
Those eyes straight across from the center is probably about 10 or 12 foot, I guess. I guess you
Wow.
would say.
Uh huh.
And so we're walking and this hot spot is still right there, but I can also see the footprints leading right into that brush line. Those red footprints right
Yeah.
there. It walked right in front of us also, right whenever we were coming up the road to get right behind this brush line.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're
So
they're brave.
yeah. And so at this time, I have my shotgun strapped, the straps going across my chest and the shotgun's that way. So as I'm getting closer to this hot spot, I take my shotgun off of my back and put it on my shoulder so I can, spin it real fast if I have to shoot. And I haven't mentioned anything to Faith Walker and the landowner because their normality is also what we kind of needed. We didn't need anybody stopping or you know getting
Sure.
startled or
Yeah.
looking in that direction. We still needed our normality, and then we got almost right next to it, and the thermal hit again. But I blew this up a little bit better over here. This is probably about 12 foot, eight and a half. Well, I mean about 10 to 12 foot. The size of the top of the head. But this is like it's turning a little bit to its right, and that was probably about 8 foot from us. But he's still about 10 to 12 foot. So
Well,
I
I
mean
mean,
I'm holding.
you can see the outline of the body. He's actually laying down, kind of like doing a belly crawl, but on his side.
No, 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 no. The 71, that 71.6. The point is in his eye.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there's the lower jaw, the face, the other
But
eyes
that's
by
what
the
I'm saying.
one.
If you look right there where the one is, you can see the arm. You know, going toward the
Yeah,
seven. That's the arm laying there. There's the head up above the top of the one, and you can also see like his butt down here and the leg out here too. So it's like he's leaning on leaning on something and looking out.
I thought this was his face. It's not.
Yeah, yeah,
Is-
that red spot right there. That red spot is what we're looking at.
Oh, okay.
And that's about 12 foot up from this tree here. Let me see if I can turn this around for you so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. Hope you can see that. But these are eyes right here
Yeah.
and right
we
here.
can't we can't see what you're
Yeah.
pointing at, Jerry. The other picture's in front of it.
Oh. Uh, hmm. Okay. um but it's right there in the middle, right there in the middle of the picture where that square is with the dot 72.5 Fahrenheit. Just to the left of that, those two lights and everything. That's probably about 12 foot off the
Hmm.
ground, 10 to 12. Now, this is that same picture, and it's still, it's we're just closer. So that's still about closer. This is the picture that gets spotted, and that's still, remember, that's still the top. That's the top of the head, and then I kind of blew it up a little clearer. But this is that is like the shoulders and the face is what we're looking at. That's just a close up picture of that spot that's 10 to 12 foot up
Hmm.
off the ground. And so when we're
Hmm.
walking by it, it's like they were coming out of the brush. They were, this part is exposed to us. I mean, it's coming kind of towards
So
us. I bet
so then what
out of
happened?
the brush. Right when I took this picture and could see that this thing was like right there coming, like stepping at that same exact time, the neighbor started with this air horn, honking his horn, flashing his lights, had this little thing that went around here that went zoo, 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 zoo. They were calling for us. They were
Why
making
were
a
they
lot
doing
of
that?
noise. Uh,
What?
Finally, we walked up in that direction because we know exactly which way to go, and we're only maybe 30 or 40 yards from where we really needed to be. So we was on the right track. So we was almost there anyway. But the neighbor come down looking for us because he had went by the other landowner's home because they knew that we were up there, and they wanted to make sure that we wasn't lost or anything, is what they told us. But
Hmm.
when we got up there, um, they had told us to around here you go indoors before dark and you don't come out until daylight.
Yeah.
And that was some of the warnings that they were telling us, and that they've had, animals missing, they've had steel metal bars bent open in their properties and things like that. And
And you guys were out there at night.
well, we wasn't going to be out there that late. We were just going to track until it got dark, except our guy got a little lost, so that took us right into the early hours of nighttime. So, and when we was tracking in a spot, we heard the crows and coyotes because we was getting close to where they have a majority of home ownership, I guess you would say, because the closer we got over there, the more noise they made to let us know that we're approaching on their areas, and they did that in a couple spots. Let me see if I got that one picture for you. Now, this one is hard to see, and unless you let your eyes unfocus. Um, this is
Is
a
that a
Bigfoot that was,
profile?
It's no, it's looking straight at you. Well, I guess would that be a profile? But it's looking straight at you. The head is about um looks to be
Oh, I
about
see it.
a third from the top in the middle.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can see the outline. The mouth is open, the eyes, the shoulders. Um, but that was not that. This one was in front of us to the right. But when we was tracking back up north or back up to the top of the mountain, we heard a twig break behind us, and that's why we stopped and we waited. Or at least I did. I let everybody else keep walking, and I took cover behind a tree, and I waited to see if I could hear anything else or see if anything came through. But just like whenever we was out there, how I would watch that back area,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
and so we just maneuvered that way out, but we got into the darkness, and that's when we had to use the night vision. Luckily, we brought all that with us. We thought it was just
Yeah.
going to be a day track, but we brought that with us, so we had the night vision and the thermals, and just the way it works. I mean, when we was right up to that ambush spot, and that's the exact time they started hitting um the horns, the blow horns, the rattles, and but they know that they're Bigfoot. I mean, there's Bigfoot up there. Um, we should if we get a chance go up to that spot and do a night observation for
I'm sorry. Where
sounds and
is
everything.
this? Where
It's
is this?
close. It's close to Tallahena. It's close to those acreages that I believe
Mhm.
we would be tracking through. But it's one of the landowners in that area who asked for confirmation because they've been hearing noises and things, and they really didn't know who to really get a hold of. So you know, it was lucky that they got a hold of us, so we was able to get that information for them. So at least now they know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and they know now why the neighbor says go indoors before dark and don't come out till daylight. So um,
I was
also
gonna
that
I was gonna
okay, go
ask
ahead.
What a
if you would
horrible way to
write
have to
down
live.
to give Cliff my info because I know if you don't write it down, you'll forget about it.
I was just reaching for that when you said that. Yeah, I got to give Cliff some info actually. Also,
Yeah, because like I said, he was going to send me those because he was wanting me to help him and teach him about the crystals.
oh, good,
And see,
good.
I've been doing I've been doing the crystals and things like that. Oh, probably ever since I was like 15 years old. And see, when you got a crystal like this that's on a string, and you walk out there with it, it's kind of like a pendulum. It'll actually, if it's got good energy in the crystal, it'll literally pull away from negative energy. And that way too, if there's a portal out there or a portal close by you, it'll sound off. It'll actually start making circles and be like, hey, get out of there, go, back up, back up. That's why I always take my crystals with me.
I don't know anything about that, but I know I have
Okay,
crystals all over the place because they make sun fairies all over the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
there you
but
go.
I use the crystals like that because it also, if you're around a person that's really bad negative,
Hmm.
the crystal will push against your chest if you're wearing it, and it will literally block you from being around that person.
Wow, that's really something. Well, I guess
Yeah,
I've
that's a
only had
feeding
good
ground.
people. Huh? What is that? Is
That's a
that?
Bones.
Bones. Is that the boneyard you were talking about, Jerry?
That's some of it. That's part of
There's
the
no,
trail.
there's no nothing to, relate it to. What size are those?
I think these are the bird bones that she found, but there were bigger ones. There was
Mm.
what she said of like um goat bones and bigger bones, things like that. So,
Yeah.
but they didn't. They just got in, took a couple pictures, and
And I'm sorry, you said this is back by Liz's place?
yeah, over in that area. Let me see.
Excuse me. Keep me up,
hmm
you know.
I know
Oh,
that.
I
I
hear
mean,
that.
Katie. I know. Actually, I was
Well,
trying to start shortening these because we are keeping people up late.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, so I'm trying to think that if I could do it within, just come on and say at least 30 minutes or an hour or something. That way, everybody's not up till 2 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning.
Makes it a little easier.
Well,
And
I was
there's
gonna
no
say,
way
Yeah.
to do it earlier. Then why do you have to wait all the way to 9:30?
It's just that people are home and everybody's got everything done, and sometimes at
Mm,
5 or 6 some people are still trying to finish up what they're doing during the day or eating
yeah.
or
I
but
mean,
you I
I
mean
don't, I don't see why we couldn't, even bring it up to like 8 o'clock
okay, I think that, I mean, that's fine with me.
because
um
if we're
a
doing it
little earlier.
because see, this is since it's the fall, it's kind of the winter time, so everybody's in bed a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
and if we do this around 8 o'clock, we would still have plenty of time to do it. Now in the summertime,
Yeah,
eight
that's
thirty,
7 o'clock
9 o'clock,
my time.
yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Almost early enough.
right.
Katie
But I mean,
Katie
since we're in Central Mountain Time, that would still give everybody enough time to get everything done, dinner and stuff pushed away, and we'd have more than enough time.
okay,
Yeah. That'd be
so
good.
I'll start kind of announcing that we'll have to kind of go in because some people are not on here every night, so we'll kind of drag
Yeah.
into that and get a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Katie, I was going to show you if you could see this picture. I'm not sure if you can, and then we'll go
I
ahead and close
can.
after this.
I can see it.
Okay, right there between the X. You see
Hmm.
that dark spot, dark patch?
Where? To the left?
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the X, if you look, there's a Bigfoot standing right in the middle of that X.
Well, that's the Bigfoot's foot.
Underneath?
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Underneath
And
it's
and if you look at that outline, that leg goes straight up. You can look
oh
at the
yeah.
outline.
Uh-huh.
The other foot is on the other kind of X line, straight where another foot would be. The other dark patch is another foot, and you can
Yeah.
follow the lines going up. The head is actually cut off in this picture. That's how
It
big it
Okay.
is.
looks like it looks like little teddy bear ears up at the top.
Yeah, I mean there's like I mean there's a couple of Bigfoots in here. Even that dark shadow in the far right, that's a Bigfoot standing the other way with his back towards the camera. And there's a Bigfoot in
Hmm.
front of that tree on the other side.
Hmm.
There's a couple right here, but this is that feeding ground. This is where
Oh, this is
they
where the
walked
bones were?
into.
And the
Yeah,
X was
this is
already and the X was there.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, and they were all behind it.
Stay out of my
And
dining
here,
room.
yeah.
Well, I was going to say, Miss Katie, if you drink coffee, drink a cup for me in the morning.
hmm
What's that?
I said,
What's that?
if you drink coffee, drink a cup for me in the morning.
I don't drink
Mhm.
coffee. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I would if I did, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'll have a monster for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, monster. But there are some Bigfoot in that far left behind those back trees. Those are
hmm
Bigfoot feet that you can see sticking out there behind those trees. Those are Bigfoot
Bigfoot
feet.
what sticking up
Feet
behind the trees.
on the bottom of
Okay.
the trees. You'll see the tree, but then look
Yeah.
on the
Well, I
side of
see.
the trees.
Uh-huh.
And if you get a chance, maybe put a steel and blow this up. But we went through all this yesterday.
hmm
See everything, and um but this is that feeding ground that she was talking about, and that's why we had concerns about that. We had like a special
Yeah.
broadcast yesterday. It was like, all right, let's stop
Yeah.
everything because you found
I,
this.
it. I got to see it this morning, but like I said, I was working on my car last night because the piece that I had put in to replace the piece that broken off of my car,
hmm
the where I drilled it out, it it split, so I had to go back in and put some. It's called Super Bond. It's like a super glue, but it's made by JB Weld
Mm.
hmm
because it was still leaking out uh, antifreeze. And
Oh.
as I got that and I walked out, the guy there at the parts store said, "Hey," and I go, "What?" He goes, "Don't forget your antifreeze." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "The lady in front of you paid for the antifreeze for your car."
Oh
Oh,
And I'm
wow!
nice.
like, "What?" And
I
he
thought you
goes,
meant you
"Yeah,
Wow!
forgot to put it in.
she paid for the 2 gallons of antifreeze for your car so that your car won't get messed up." And I'm like,
Oh,
"Wow,
that was
okay."
nice. Wow.
So I went and put a gallon of antifreeze in the car, and I still got a gallon left.
All
That's pretty sweet.
right.
Yeah.
So you're
Very
ready to
nice.
roll.
Yeah, I am. I still got to, still need a little bit of help with gasoline since I live on a fixed income. But other than
Yep.
that, I mean, I'm good to go.
Okay. Okay. That's good because
Cool.
I think we're gonna have to do some of these things pretty quick. And
Where is this
I
that we're
think
looking at now? Is this
we're
the
gonna
same boneyard place? Sorry, is this the same boneyard place that
this
we're looking at?
yeah, this one right here. This is that same. She just took
And that's
pictures and go ahead.
and that's behind Liz? You said
Yeah.
that's behind Liz
Yeah.
in her property? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way in the back. This is actually not
Okay.
her property. Th- this is actually, she said, the location where I had said that I felt that they would be over there. The way that we tracked,
Mm-hmm.
she said that this is that area that I pointed and said I feel like they would be over there. And then I think we went down just a little bit further to that bridge area, and that's whenever you crossed over. Also, remember
Oh
that
yeah.
bridge before the,
Uh-huh.
and so you was actually on that same side of where all this has happened. So even you
Oh,
wanted to go
okay.
check out
That's
that.
yeah, this was a lot of junk to climb through to get to that.
Yeah, yeah. It seemed to be
Over where we got the track.
no, no, yeah. I mean, you crossed over right there. Remember the to the other side?
Yeah, that's right where we got the track at the creek, right?
Yeah, yeah, but
Well,
not to
Yeah.
the
Okay.
portal.
I'm gonna jump off of here because I got a really early day in tomorrow too.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
And
Okay.
like I
Damien.
said, I'll watch the rest of this tomorrow. Thank you all for having me on tonight. And
Yeah, thanks.
Mhm.
Nice to see you.
yeah, it's been a long weekend.
Yeah.
Hey, but
Yeah.
we're make sure you're here Friday for sure, because I want to get everybody back. Malcolm also, Josh couldn't make it on here. He couldn't get
Yeah,
a signal, I guess. but I want
Well,
to get everybody's input again on
if
the
he's got
activity
Wi-Fi,
conference.
if he's got Wi-Fi, that he needs to hook his phone to the Wi-Fi so he can jump on.
Yeah, yeah. Um, but we're gonna
It's
go
not
back
in a
over
good
that
area.
Friday. No, no,
Okay.
no. And he says he's having problems, but we'll go back over this Friday about the activity conference and the track and locate. Um, that could be just and we could pick different spots, and things like that.
Okay.
But we'll do that Friday. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here so everybody can get some rest.
All right.
I just wanted to give this kind of update and see what y'all thought. So
Oh, that's
it looks
yeah.
good.
I don't see a problem with it.
Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good with you, Katie.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right, and then
Get
we'll get back with.
get get to the post office,
Oh, I will
Booker.
tomorrow morning for sure. That's
Yeah.
Katie.
Write it down. Write it down.
Uh,
Because like I said, if somebody, if somebody would donate a digital recorder, I can get a lot of sounds, and then I can put them through my computer, and then I can put them on a flash drive.
Okay.
be cool. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna all kind of have to maybe look at some sponsorship because
Yeah,
how close these guys got last time. We need better equipment than this little handheld
yeah.
um thermal
Because see,
just for everybody's
that's what
safety.
I've been working with is I've been taking the sounds off of some of the other sites, putting them through my computer, and then taking them to a higher dB, so that there's a couple other groups that they're going to try to see if they can be able to get the Bigfoot to avoid that sound. So it would be like, where be like kind of like a Bigfoot, like a horn to push them away.
Hmm. Oh, like a frequency or a
Yeah,
pulse.
it's on a frequency, but it I'm higher than
Bunny,
most people.
bunny,
I go into
Mhm.
like, like
bunny.
not like the 902, 916,
Yeah.
938 dB
Uh-huh.
level.
Hey Jerry,
Yeah.
can you turn the picture off?
Okay.
Turn the
Okay.
picture off. There you are.
There we go. Let's see my cup. But
But I want to
yeah.
jump on here,
That's
guys.
why.
That's that's what I've been working on since before my car was down, and
Oh.
I've been talking to a few other people and having them sending me the soundtracks.
Ugh.
Okay.
But I'm going to jump off here, guys. You'll have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay.
Damien.
Yeah.
See you
We're
tomorrow.
gonna we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Also, we'll get
Yep.
back with everybody, and especially remember on this Friday that we want to get back on this page
Okay.
for Friday. Also, that'd be a
Okay.
special thing for Friday.
You all
Okay.
have a good
So
night.
I'm
You all have
gonna.
a good night.
Come here.
All right. I'm gonna wish everybody a good night. Also, Katie, have a great night.
What?
Uh,
Yeah, you too, Jerry.
and that I will report
Come on.
in
I'm
tomorrow.
trying to get you to say hello to Booney. Come here, Boone.
Who?
Come here.
Booney.
Here's my boy.
Is
Here's my
that the
boy.
healer?
That's my Aussie.
Oh wow.
Booney.
Nice dog.
It's kind of dark in
Oh,
here. Booney.
I could.
Yeah. He's trying to get me to play ball with him.
Oh,
Look, it's the middle of the night. He's been sleeping. Well, the middle of the night for me. He's been sleeping here the whole
oh,
time we've been talking, and he still wants to play. Yeah.
oh. Well, that's
Anyway.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
I
you up
guess.
and awake.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. We got 5 dots here right now.
good.
5. Too
Yeah,
many
and we
dots.
also want to get up your way. That would be
Yeah.
so great to get up with you up there, and
Yeah. And if you
I was
want to do
thinking,
that, you got to go ahead. Sorry.
oh, I was thinking if we could maybe work it out, maybe we could all take one vehicle with just our equipment and
Yeah, that'd be
pile people
perfect.
in, If everybody can survive the couple of hours together in a car,
A couple
yeah,
from
with like 13 or something,
from
or
your place, it's about, yeah, about 13, I think.
okay, yeah.
It's a long drive.
How is it? How when does your winter start? When does because
Yeah,
um
that's what I was just gonna say. We're actually, they're talking about snow flying pretty soon here. And we're at 5,600 feet here. And we got to go higher to get up to Storm Mountain or to head up to Estes. It's maybe up to a couple thousand feet higher. So
uh-huh.
there's going to be snow here real soon. Yeah. There's going to be snow at least in the
Okay,
mountains there real soon.
okay. So
So it
what
might be good to
window are
wait
we
until
looking? Oh, okay, okay. I see
window.
what you're saying. Yeah, I was thinking if
Yeah.
we've only got like a month window, that's what I was thinking. And
You might not even have that because we're talking about snow right now. But just go ahead and
oh,
ask for a
okay,
forecast for that, or I'll do it and
okay.
let you know. But we're supposed to have early winter, so it's
Yeah,
not
because
supposed to be a
I
bad
think.
winter though.
Oh, good. Because I
Hmm.
mean, it would only take us probably if we could get you know a good group to come up for
Hmm.
even a week or something like that. We could do the
Hmm.
tracking and everything for the 3 days and everything, and then get to maybe sit around in the hot tub or something for a day or two.
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
deck is poured, but the little section for the hot tub is not poured yet. That's getting poured on Tuesday, and then it's 10 more days before I can put the tub on it. So, I keep
Okay.
thinking 2 more days, and now it's like 12 more
Yeah.
days.
Oh.
So but it'll be there for the winter, but, you know, it's
Okay.
not what I
So
was hoping for.
we can also talk with the group and see if they
Hmm.
have any available time. And because if winter's coming, it would be good to get up there as quick as possible. I mean, like for right now, I have like a week or two or three. That's where I could probably do something. Get up there for about a week. So hopefully, if
Do
we can get
you?
a maybe one or two, like that to get up there, um, that would
Sure.
be great. That would be
Yeah,
great.
that would be
To come
great.
up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're gonna do it eventually. Just hopefully it can be sooner than later.
Yeah, every
So,
place needs to be checked out,
yeah,
and,
yeah,
and like we say, let's do it now, not later.
yeah, yeah. All right. Well, let's look at it then, and let's talk to Liz. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Hopefully, she'll be
Since I
on
know
tomorrow.
she's got an issue, I think, with her daughter coming to stay there. So it'd be a good time
Okay,
for her to get away.
okay. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll get with everybody tomorrow. Hopefully,
Okay.
she'll be in contact. So I appreciate you staying up tonight, Katie. I really
Yeah.
do, and
Yeah. Thanks, Jerry.
I'll report in with you tomorrow on everything that I'm supposed to be doing tomorrow.
Don't forget, they're going to
I
send that
know.
stuff back. Really, you
I'm
don't
going
want
up
that going
there.
back,
I'll
huh?
go up there and work something out with them, and
Okay. Well, let me know as soon as you do it. Okay. I'm waiting.
uh, I will, Katie. I will. All right,
All right,
everybody, have a
Larry.
great night. And
Yeah.
Katie, thank you for being here. We'll see everybody tomorrow night, 9:30
Okay.
p.m. Central Time, unless we're in the field, because sometimes we do get opportunities to go and track, and if we do, that's where we'll be. But uh, Katie says, or Kathy says, snow is good for tracking, isn't it? Yes, but a lot
Well,
of
as
Bigfoot.
long as it's not 3 feet deep.
Yeah, yeah. But also a lot of Bigfoots, they get their food before the snow. Whenever they see snow, they go in because they know that their tracks are easy to be found. And so when you
Hmm.
see fresh snow like that, you don't see Bigfoots out. They've already stored their food. They're hunkered in. They're waiting until trails are marked and things like that when the best time is for them to make tracks because they don't want to make tracks unless they have to make tracks. and like they've got a stored bunker, so they've got food. So um, even though it is easy to track them in snow, and if you do, stay on those tracks because you don't get an opportunity like that. But you're not going to find them, and that's when a lot of missing people come up. Also, is before first frost and before the first snow because they're gathering as much food as they can. And if a big snow hits, there no people are found or found easily in snow like that that covers tracks. So
Dang. We don't have people
yeah,
going missing here, but we got tons of elk. So
okay,
hopefully
okay,
that's their that's gonna keep their
yeah.
bellies full. Yeah.
But also do like a check in your area for missing people. Also have people do checks from like the East Coast for your area or the West Coast to check in your areas for missing people because sometimes y'all don't get the information, local information, but we get
Hmm.
it and we can check there for you too.
Huh.
And
Okay.
I'll also look in Colorado also
Yeah, I
northeast
do.
or
Northern. We're northern
northern.
Colorado. Yeah.
Okay.
North.
I'll
Yeah,
look
northern
I'll look
Colorado.
at that too.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay. I
Okay,
will see
Jerry.
you tomorrow night at 9:30, everybody.
Yep.
And Katie, we will see
Okay.
y'all tomorrow night. Have a
Okay.
great night.
Okay. You too. Bye.
Okay.